And this is the day before the banquet. So the king tells Haman what to do about it, and then afterwards, the king tells him who it was. And Haman is surprised because he was going to ask the king that day for permission to kill Mordecai and to kill the Jews, because as far as he was concerned, he had had the permission to do as he pleased, but anyone that would not obey laws for the king. And so he was going to tell them that the Jews have different laws and that they don't necessarily obey the king, even though they were respectful. They just don't pay, they just don't bow down to people. They have a God. And so he instructs him to honor Mordecai. And Haman is enraged. He's more angry. So now we have a reversal of destiny. Did that ever happen in your life? Where you're going one way and you thought you would never have anything else happen to you, and all of a sudden everything gets reversed? It happens for the good, it happens for the bad. There is a reversal sometimes. So late that day at the banquet, Esther tells all. She tells her heritage, she tells who she is, she tells about the plot, and she tells that Haman is the evil person that is plotting this. And she falls on her feet and she begs for the lives of her people. And the king's very angry. And he removes himself. I guess he was going to cool off a little bit. He removes himself. And when he returns, Haman is begging for mercy for Queen Esther. But he doesn't see it that way. He thinks that Haman is assaulting the queen also. So he's livid. So he orders that Mordecai be replaced. That Mordecai replace Haman, that Haman be hung on the very gallows that he built for Mordecai. And he instructs Esther to write a decree to stop the massacre, and signs and seals it with the royal seal. Wow. So there's a woman who saw an injustice. She stood up. She spoke up. I think she was a little frightened. To say the least. But she stood up and she spoke up truth to power. What's going on in the world today? How many times are you in a situation that you have to speak up truth to power? And how does it apply to us? Here's a story that happened thousands of years ago.